list and one of the best racing tracks on the Formula One calendar. Welcome to Suzuka, where the practice session is just about to start.
Best lap so far is a 1 minute 38.9.
Going on out there. This is good. Gets people talking about you. Just make sure you outperform them, okay? Hi. Just letting you know that we've had the team's expectations through for the upcoming qualifying session.
Welcome to Japan and the impressive Suzuka track for today's qualifying session, where we should be underway shortly. This is the kind of track that eats rear tyres for breakfast, or so I'm told by more experienced drivers than myself.
Lots of low-speed exits means the rears are in for a lot of punishment. It's all too easy to spin them up coming out of a corner too aggressively. It might look great for us as spectators, as we love to see a car driven beyond its limits, but it's not going to result in a great long-run pace.
As we wind down from the excitement of qualifying, here's a look at your top three. Raikkonen, Ricciardo and Sebastian Vettel. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Hey, how are you? I have some information on the race goals you should keep in mind.
And a very warm welcome to the Japanese Grand Prix, an event that has decided a Drivers' Championship 11 times over the years and has hosted some very memorable races as well. Who can forget Kimi Raikkonen's win from 17th on the grid in 2005, or Kamui Kobayashi's incredible drive to a podium in 2012. A lap of this historic racetrack covers 3.6 miles, and it's the only time during the season that we race on a figure-of-8 racetrack. The drivers can expect some intense G-forces through the 18 corners on offer here as they experience some of the highest average apex speeds on the Formula One calendar. And keep an eye out for overtakes going into the final chicane. And all this will be happening under the watchful eye of Anthony Davidson, who joins me for today's race. And assuming the weather holds, where do you expect to see the action unfolding today, Ant?
Well, most of the time, passing here is limited very much into the final chicane, or maybe down into turn 1 if you get a good run and some assistance from DRS. But if we're lucky, we might see a bit of bravery into the hairpin, a place that Kamui Kobayashi certainly made his own in the 2010 Grand Prix on his way to a very impressive 7th place. And as you say, Crofty, this is all assuming that the conditions hold out. We know how quickly the clouds can come in here at Suzuka, and if they do, all bets will be off.
Your target is 11th place today. Good luck.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. Kimi Raikkonen's perfect lap yesterday sees him start from pole position, with Daniel Ricciardo slotting in alongside. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Grosjean, Nico Rosberg, and Alonso, Bottas, Vettel, Sainz, and Max Verstappen, Perez, Massa, Daniel Kvyat, and Magnussen, Hülkenberg, Palmer, a Haas, and Rio Haryanto, Wehrlein, and Ericsson, Jenson Button, and Felipe Nasser starts from the back of the grid. And now it's time to head down to the track.
Race officials have enabled DRS. DRS is now available. P9, you're running in P9. Verstappen ahead. A 2-second gap separates you. We're slower by 9/10ths a lap. They're on fresh softs. Sainz is behind you. The gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. Just 3 laps to go now. 3 laps.
Great effort there from Ferrari to take the victory today. Anthony, what do you think made the difference here?
Well, I think the track conditions just really suited their car today. Wind, easily you can keep them there, the better your race tends to go. And that's exactly what happened. Their car just looks so comfortable out there.
And now it's time to wind down and celebrate after that fantastic Grand Prix. Here they come, your top three, out onto the podium. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. It's a good result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Now then, Anthony Davidson, who was your driver of the day?
Today, I think I'll give it to the Haas driver. They did a great job at getting the most out of their tyres without losing pace, something that's a very handy skill to have in modern-day Formula One.
On to the constructors then. It was a tough race for our championship leaders who lose ground at the top of the table. That's it for today's Grand Prix, and from Ant and I, it's goodbye and see you again next time.